white flight, which is where white families move to the suburbs to avoid diversity.
I just came across a video from a woman who said racists live miserable lives. She talked about things like white flight, people moving away just to avoid living around other racial groups, and all of that energy. Now, this might be controversial, but here's my take. If someone wants to sit in their own little bubble with their own biases, their own emotional hang-ups, their own irrational beliefs about black people, fine. People have the right to assemble. People have the right to be around who they want to be around. If it truly stopped there, it would be tolerable. The problem is, it never just stops there. Racism doesn't just stay inside somebody's head. It doesn't just stay in their private conversations. It doesn't just stay in their little social circles. It turns into policy. It turns into voting decisions. It turns into housing discrimination. It turns into over-policing. It turns into underfunded schools. It turns into real, measurable harm for non-white people. That's the real issue. It's not about feelings. It's about power. It's about what happens when someone who just feels some type of way ends up in a position where those feelings shape laws, systems, opportunities, and outcomes. That's what people mean when they talk about systemic racism. It's not just somebody saying something ignorant. It's somebody having the authority to make life harder or even a living hell for people they've decided they don't like or think they're superior to. Now, for the sake of argument, if racist white people genuinely just wanted to be among their own, if they wanted their own island, their own community, their own isolated space somewhere, and they actually left everyone else alone, didn't interfere, didn't vote to suppress others, didn't sabotage, didn't destabilize, a lot of people would probably prefer that. And when we say their own country, we're not talking about places like the United States, land that was already populated before Europeans arrived and where Africans were dragged by force. We're not talking about Australia, which was already inhabited. We're talking about some random patch of land where they can build whatever society they think they want, without imposing it on everyone else. If they truly kept to themselves and didn't try to control or undermine other groups, fine. The issue isn't their emotions. The issue is the impact of those emotions when they become action, when bias becomes policy, when insecurity becomes legislation, when ignorance becomes enforcement. That's the problem.